My name's Colin. I'm married to my wife Sydney. We've got a little baby on the way, and I live in Orillia. I grew up in a military family. We moved around quite a bit. When we moved back to BC, our neighbor had invited my mom to a church that she went to. And so my mom went a couple times. For a while, my dad he didn't really want to get involved with that. Eventually, I think it was when we moved to Ontario, he did actually. We started going a lot. So from about 10 years old till now, church has always been a part of my life. Around 18, I definitely walked away from church, but I don't think I walked away from God necessarily. I feel like I didn't know him, and I didn't want to know him. There were things in my past. When I was younger, I had a little brother who was born with cancer. 3 months later, he died. And at the time, I was too young to really understand what was going on, but I kind of held on to that. And that kind of put a bitter seed in me. I was just angry. I just didn't want to know, in my mind, a God who could let these things happen. That was kind of how I was putting it. I kind of felt like I had just left this place where I just looked at them as these rules, these can and cannot do's, and like, you have to follow this and you can't do this. And I just felt like, well, why would I live off this moral code with all these rules when I can just literally do my own thing? And like, that just seemed like an easier way to live. At the time, I was just very selfish, and I just wanted to live for me. I didn't really care about anyone. I was not nice to my family. I would leave them high and dry a lot. Like there would be dinners or parties or stuff like that, and that I'd be invited to, and I would, oh yeah, I'll be there, and then something else would come up that I wouldn't even say anything. I'd just go and do that. My good friend Ben, through all of the stuff I was going through, he was there. He was awesome, and we'd always talk. And he'd always talk about Connexus. He'd always talk about, just come on back and see what you think. And one morning, I don't know what it was, I just felt like going to church. And the way I was living, that kind of felt right. I was like, yeah, that's what I want to do, I'll do it. So I went, and it became a repeat cycle. I just kept coming back. Me and Ben had a few good talks about it. I like that physical thing, and I just felt like, just for me personally, saying a prayer wasn't that thing. And so me and Ben were talking, and I brought up that whole story of when Peter and the disciples were in the boat, and Christ called Peter out of the boat onto the stormy water, and he just got out of the boat. And I was like, oh, that's such a cool analogy. I wish there was a boat. Like, I wish that I could just physically have a boat and get out of it, and that would happen. And that following Sunday, it was with Andy Stanley, and he said, we don't normally do this, but if you feel that you need Christ in your life, I just want you to stand up. And I was just like, oh, come on, like, it had to happen, right? So I freaked out for a little bit, and then I just stood up. So it was cool. It was a cool moment. I found for like the first few weeks after I had just made that decision, I found it really easy to just turn my life around. I'm still working on stuff, but as soon as I decided to follow Christ and just give my life over, there was this, I wouldn't say instant, but definitely a change, and there was a security that started happening, and my life things just started happening that I was just always like, no matter how hard I tried back then to get my life in somewhat of an order, like I always just kind of felt like the outcast. I got comfortable being uncomfortable, and I found that was the easy place to be. And so when things would start going well, I'd kind of freak out and go back into that. I just put myself back into something that was comfortable. For a while there, just for no reason, pick fights with Sydney and stuff, or like try and cause some sort of argument for no reason, because that's just where I was comfortable being. There's a guy I work with, he's a Jehovah's Witness, and we would start these kind of debates at work, and I'd have to go and find the answer, and like, cause I can't show up without anything, so it just forced me to get more in depth and read more, and using that as a way to get me back into His Word and following. It's just a cool thing. Before I looked at it, it was these rules that I needed to follow. Now they're these incredible tools that I use to live.
Caught up in your presence, I just wanna sit here at your feet. Caught up in this holy moment, I never wanna leave. I'm not here for blessings, Jesus, you don't owe me anything more than anything you can do. I just want you. I just want you. Nothing else, nothing else, nothing else will do. I just want you. Nothing else, nothing else, oh, nothing else will do. I just want you. Nothing else, oh, nothing else, oh, nothing else will do. I just want you. Nothing else, nothing else, oh, nothing else will do. Oh, I just want you. Nothing else, nothing else, oh, nothing else will do. Oh, I still want you. Nothing else, nothing else, oh, nothing else will do. I just want you.
My dad's like really good at challenging me and pushing me, and I feel like God really uses people like my dad to push me and keep me in check. I've learned that I can't just stand up, say that Christ is now in my life and in my heart, and not put in the work, and that's something that I've learned. So for my day-to-day, I'm realizing that if I don't at least put in the work, I'm gonna see myself falling back into those same patterns, and I don't want to do that. And I feel like that's God pushing me back into that. If I am diligent and give Him the time, I just feel I feel so much stronger as a Christian when I do that.
Caught up in your presence, I just wanna sit here at your feet. Caught up in this holy moment, never wanna leave. I'm not here for blessings, Jesus, you don't owe me anything more than anything that you can do. I just want